How's it going, everyone? I did not tell my boy happy birthday when it came to Itachi. I think I did on Twitter, but I honestly don't remember. So, if you guys don't know, it was Itachi's birthday the other day. I saw so many amazing and kind of kawaii pictures of Itachi with his brother Sasuke on Twitter celebrating for his birthday, and it really warmed my heart. It did, man. I love Itachi. I think he's a really cool character. I always thought he was like pretty interesting, and then, you know, when the plot twist, all that stuff, man, I love him. He's a great character. Everybody loves Itachi. He's good. And with that said, in Blazing, it's no different. So with all the stuff going on for his birthday, we did have a banner the other day for his birthday. I didn't touch on it. I touched on it on JP, but for global, I didn't touch on it because I knew it was only going to be here for like a day. But with that said, there are some things regarding Itachi that we need to talk about. So, I want to get this out of the way too, because a lot of new players, they're kind of confused about this. So, a long time players, you know this. There's two sides of Blazing. There's the JP servers, the Japanese servers, and then there's the global servers, which is for the rest of the world. And it's pretty common knowledge, but like I said, a lot of new players, that haven't been understanding this. The reason that we've had the same kind of content as JP is because we're during a celebration period. Golden Week was one of 3 celebration periods where we usually sync up with the other half of JP. So Golden Week is usually late April. This time around, for whatever reason, they extended it from the late April to June. So that's why we were synced up with JP for a whole pretty much month. That's not normal. It's really not normal. What usually happens is that JP is a week ahead of us and Global is a week behind. So a lot of you guys were like, where's the Itachi? Where's all the new missions? Stuff like that. So that's why. JP is ahead of it. We have broken back off again when it comes to the synchronization. JP has always gotten stuff a week ahead. Blazing Bash Itachi along with Qualifying League will be here next week. A lot of you guys already know this. I just wanted to clarify it anyway. But with that said, the Blazing Bash JP Itachi is not the only thing that you can be getting. We did get something alongside JP. So I am referring to this panel mission right here. And if you guys saw my reaction on Twitter, I was quite happy about this. This is the second Kage League unit that they've given us through a panel mission. Sage Mode Naruto about a month or 2 ago. This is a really good sign because that means we'll probably be getting a lot more. I thought they were going to go in order, but it doesn't seem that way. They jumped all the way to Itachi. So that means they're probably going to bring 5 Kage League Minato eventually, or other units like Killer Bee. This is really good because if you guys have been following my channel for a while, I never got this Itachi. He was the first Kage League unit I never got because I procrastinated and I ended up missing the deadline. It was my own fault. So I missed the opportunity to get him, and now I can get him for free. And I just want it because this Itachi, he's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. This is how you get him. You just do this. I already got this one right here. So it's really not that big of a deal. You just do the rewards. It's pretty easy, especially right now. It's actually probably easier on global because we have the bots for PvP, so you could win 3 games easily, or you could leave 10 games. You don't have to finish the game, I'm pretty sure, and you could get that for 10, and it's against bots, so you don't have to worry about your win-loss if you actually care about that. So I feel like it's better on global, because on JP right now you actually have real games, but you have to log in for 2 days. So once the data update in about like an hour goes live, I will get that one. Complete 10 story missions, complete 15 missions tagged emergency, enhance, impact, and awakening. Now I will touch on that because a lot of people are confused about those. It's really easy. There's these tabs right here. They say it. So impact are the impact missions. Those are the harder ones. Emergency are emergency missions. Enhance and awakening are those. So it's really not that difficult. You just do these story missions. You do story. It's pretty simple stuff. But I do want to talk about this Itachi because he's not really a bad unit. He's kind of underwhelming. I will be honest, like when he dropped, a lot of people were saying he was the worst, but at the same time, first of all, the man has one of the best artworks in the game, especially when it comes to 5 Kage League. But that alone is not very important, as just the fact that he's not a bad unit. He's really not a bad unit by any means. And once you complete all of the challenges here, you will be able to get the Itachi. I think it's really cool when you complete the panel missions and you end up finishing all of this, because it looks so nice just wiping away the board, and on top of that, revealing the character a piece at a time, kind of like a puzzle. I feel like that's just something that's really cool, and I think that's a nice job that they did with the panel missions. But once you complete all of these, of course you will get the reward. I'm very happy that I'll finally have this Itachi, because like I said, he's not a bad unit by any means. He's not, you know, the greatest or anything, but he's still cool. And on top of that, I'm just glad to finally have him, because I wanted him added to the collection. So there we go. All the panel missions have been completed. So now I should have Itachi Uchiha. And this is really cool, man. Oh yes, finally I have this, man. It's been almost a year since he dropped. He dropped exactly like what, in June of last year, I believe. So now I finally have that, man. Let me go ahead and look at him in all of his glory, because I've been looking forward to this. So there he is, right next to Gaara. Very, very nice. So now I'll go ahead and take a look at this unit and show you guys, just for those of you who don't know about him, or if you've forgotten, why he's so good. So with that said, let's go ahead and do that. So once you do get this Itachi to max level, he is at 301 speed, which is not too bad, honestly, but if you do get that extra one, you will have him at 361. Now the reason he was so fast at sometimes was because of the skill boost, because then he would go from 361 all the way up to 400 over that mark to 411, I believe. So with that said, not bad. He does have 11,000 extra health, so he will have a total of roughly 46,000 health right there. Then he gets the attack boost, and then nullifies element infinity based damage reduction, which is pretty good, and then the speed boost, of course. No immobilization resistance from those, but if you do sync with skill, you nullify immobilization. Sync with Uchiha clan nullifies jutsu ceiling, and sync with mid-range nullifies switch ceiling. High key, that's a really good one to have nowadays, just because of the amount of switch ceiling with units like Sage Mode Naruto, which could plow this dude. It's really not that bad at all, so he's not bad in that aspect, but his jutsu are kind of underwhelming in my opinion. Even though it is AoE for his first jutsu, it has an 80% chance of speed reduction for 5 seconds, which isn't bad, but let's be honest, speed reduction even back then wasn't crazy. Pushback was still better with Minato. You gotta remember, this unit was following up Minato, I believe. So with that said, Minato was obviously way better than this dude. He's still a really amazing 5 Kage League unit, and in comparison, Itachi's just not it, chief. But also, he nullifies damage you receive from ninjutsu secret techniques for 3 turns. So Itachi's kind of like Hinata in that aspect, the last, and Tobi as well. So yeah, I think that this unit could still be very helpful, honestly, but it's just not anything crazy. Now his ultimate is also AoE, which is why this unit was actually pretty cool for certain times, because he could definitely smack around Final Valley Sasuke or any other body type. So even the Sage 6 Pass Naruto, you could probably plow him up, but because he ignores the perfect dodge and barrier and sub while knocking the back with a 9% chance of immobilization for 4 seconds, it's really not bad. But are you really going to get an ult on a 4-8 chakra unit? I'm not so sure. If they would have made him 3-6, that would have been better. But he does also have the field and buddy skill, which wasn't bad in my opinion. Like, reducing the chance of receiving jutsu ceiling is pretty good, and then receiving switch function ceiling is still important, because switch ceiling is annoying. It really is. So with that said, that is going to take care of Itachi. As far as of a unit, I think he's not bad. Like I said, I even made a video talking about him when I ranked the 5 Kage League units that we had for 2019, and if I remember correctly, he was pretty low, and it sucks. Obviously, you can use him if you want. Nowadays, I'm not so sure. You can nullify immobilization and switch ceiling, so maybe you could get a chance with it, but I wouldn't recommend it on this one coming up, because they are going to have a heart boost of damage, I'm assuming, too, with the speed. So yeah, for example, the new Itachi would probably smack this one. But with that said, I still think he's not a bad unit, and I'm glad that I finally have him, because like I said, I did want him as a unit. Like, I want to have all the 5 Kage League units. I'm sad I didn't get like Kage and stuff like that, but I did choose to skip those on purpose. So I don't know, going forward, honestly, if I'm being real with you, I don't know if I'll get any more 5 Kage League units. I just don't enjoy playing 5 Kage League, and on top of that, like, the units, I'm not gonna grind them. Like, I'm really not. I don't grind them like that. So with that said, it is what it is. But Itachi, one of the best artworks, and blazing, as I said as well. So that's gonna do it. I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys have already completed your panel mission for the week. I'm looking forward to see what next unit we get. Hopefully 5 Kage League Minato. I feel like that would be good for a lot of people, but maybe something a little bit more recent like Killer B or something too would be pretty cool. So with that said, it's gonna take care of it. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.